Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Movers and Shakers in Paarl. Today we have Mr. John Koopman. He's a artist.
I like that one.
He's a performer.
Yes.
He's an MC.
Amen.
And he's a vlogger.
Amen.
Did I get all of them?
You can go on. Preach it, brother. Preach it.
And he's a preacher. What?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I do preach sometimes.
Yeah, so I got hold of John a few months back and we had a conversation and I said I kind of like what you're doing and I just wanted to hear about his journey. How do you become a artist? He also has a stand-up comedy show coming soon, but he'll of course give you all the details if you want a good laugh.
But that's not what this is about.
No, this is not.
This is cheeky.
Okay, so John, thanks for meeting me tonight.
Oh, wait, thank you for having me. So good,
Okay,
so good.
cool. Okay, John, just quickly, by way of introduction, I understand you're born and bred Paarl.
Yes, I am.
So give us an introduction of your childhood of John Koopman.
John Koopman van die Derenstraat.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
Derenstraat, 1, 2, I have no idea.
You can't even count on
No,
me.
I don't know.
What's happening, man? Wat zijn groot geworden?
Alipero.
And you pay it
Yeah.
You're not gonna say.
I'm gonna say.
Okay, cool. That's what we'll give it out. Okay, cool. So what I want to say is I appreciate what you do for the community and for us as artists.
Cool.
I know I'm putting you on the spot right now, but like for the record,
Yeah.
I wanted to say that
Okay.
before I say anything about myself. So
Thanks a lot,
for
dude.
me, it's an honor to be here
Thanks a
and
lot.
be able to do this on your platform.
No, thanks a lot.
So, with that said, my man, I'm from Paarl. I'm from Derenstraat, which is called Bothma Street. It's
Okay.
next to Happestraat.
Okay. I don't know where.
And close to the old police station.
Okay, cool. Alright, on top.
Yeah, very first old one.
Okay, okay.
Lekker.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I remember because there's a Sewende Straat that had something there. That's
yes,
I remember.
yes.
Okay.
Everybody knows Siemenderstraat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
for that reason. So yes, I'm from there, from that area. I literally haven't moved
Okay.
until I got married,
Alright.
and that was 10 years ago now.
Okay.
So basically all my life I've been
Okay.
in the Derenstraat, from 3rd Street.
Primary school and high school.
Primary school I went just up the road to Polis.
Alright.
Polis Primary School. High school I also went up the road for 2 years. Polis
Okay.
Secondary. I did grade 8 and 9 there, and then I went to Klein-Heerdeburg.
Right.
And I finished matric at Klein-Heerdeburg.
Right.
That's my schooling years,
Okay.
which
Okay.
I really enjoyed.
So John Koopman finishes matric. What's happening in your head? What's the plans?
Plans, I didn't really know what I
Okay.
wanted to do when I finished matric. Basically because, to get real with you on the couch right now, is I felt like growing up, I felt like I was always a creative,
Yeah.
but because I was raised by my grandparents, I know that sounds fancy, right?
Yeah.
Grandparents. I feel like they were a little bit more conservative. So what they knew was, okay, you should do, be a lawyer, become a teacher, become that type of thing. So there was no room for creativity. So I felt like if I maybe were raised in a way like be free as a creative, then I would have probably been someone else at the moment or right now or something else. I don't know, but they didn't. So that kind of left me at matric not knowing what I really wanted to do, but there was something burning inside of me for the entertainment business. But I wasn't the best dancer in my crew, to be honest. I know I wasn't. There was guys that I admired when I looked at them. I was like, whoa, these could really go far. And at the time, we weren't exposed to the internet the way we used to now, so we didn't know about what dance could give you or what. There was no YouTube and no stuff like that for us to think back. So for me, dance wasn't that thing that's gonna make me raise my family. I just didn't see myself doing that, but I still had that feeling when you get on stage and that response you get from the audience. I still wanted that. I didn't know how I'm gonna get there, or what's gonna look like, but then I just left it there, right? So I went from high school. I had a year of doing nothing, but that was the same year I gave my heart to Jesus, which meant there was a lot of church going that happened, and I kind of found my purpose in God, in the church, and I started playing drums, right? So I became the drummer of a local church in Paarl, and I did that for a couple of years, and through this whole experience of getting to know God and building my relationship with Him, and being in this environment, I grew as a person, and now my eyes have opened, because the church, if you're part of a church that's growing and that's healthy, it takes you places, man. You get to, not just the church, I mean anything, but I'm just thinking back, for me it was the church. That was that thing that took me to other places in Cape Town and around, and you know, we're from a small town. Like, if you do not have money and you don't get yourself out of town, you don't get to see other things.
Yeah, of course,
So
this is your environment, and that's all it is.
So then you begin to see other things, and then you see, oh, this is what this guy is doing, that guy is doing, and now you expose the internet, so now you can do a little bit of internet research and find out, okay, cool, but I can do this with what I have. So then so just from there, like, I knew, okay, cool, maybe I should do, I remember my pastors at the church said you should study something in graphic design or something, and it didn't stick with me. People said something in marketing, and I was like, nah, it's not me. I felt like I was always a people person, so like, I love people. So that's why I studied HR at Boland College for 6 months, and then after that 6 months, the lecturer said, you know what, this is what you're gonna do in the office. Like, this is not me. It's an office job. It's not a people job. So it's like, not me. So it was this whole time not knowing where to go, and then I didn't meet my wife. It was just when I met Leanne, we had a lot of chats, a lot of long conversations, and then I told her, you know, one day I just said, I feel like I need to be an actor, and then she said, I think you would be a good actor. And then, you know, a woman's words, it's powerful, man. I don't know, she believed in me so much that I just believed in myself a little bit more.
Nice, wow, that's cool.
So then I really committed to that thought. Like, I began to play it out in my head, what it's gonna look like. And then the only time when it was right is because I used to work in a call center. I worked in the call center at the time. In that environment every day, knowing this is not what I want to do. I'm called for more. For more. I found that I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna study. But then I was already married. So I was married for 2 years. And then I went to go study. So my wife and I, obviously, we had long conversations about what it's gonna mean for us if I'm gonna go and study now for a dream that I have, not knowing what's gonna look like afterwards. And then we just came to agreement. I'm gonna do it. So we had to go make a loan for studies. Went to go study.
What did you study?
Acting.
Where?
At City Varsity in Cape Town.
How long?
It was a 2-year diploma. So now I have a diploma in acting.
Cool.
So I did that for 2 years. It was the most amazing 2 years of my life. In the industry, learning so much.
And of course you network with the same people.
It was
creatives.
I met a good friend in varsity. We're still friends today.
Nice.
And I still learn from him a lot, and we learn from each other, we challenge each other, we grow. So it was the best thing that I could ever do, and this is where I'm at now. After that.
So what was the first time where your foot stepped onto a stage in front of an audience?
In an acting setup, in a church play, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
But it didn't mean anything to me at the time. It was just like, I'm doing it because I'm in youth. That's what we do.
Okay.
But for real though, it became real to me when I was studying.
Okay.
My first year, I was the only actor in our first year that got to be a part of our second year group's play.
Nice.
End of year play that they do. Which was a big deal for me.
Yeah, because now you've got something going, you realize, okay, there's something going here for me.
Someone saw something for me to put me in there.
100%.
So I was like, yes, it's just positive, man.
Yeah.
So it was a huge deal for me. So I went, and then that day it got real.
Okay.
Because the same one I'm feeling now, you see, I'm
goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
It was cold, man, and I was sitting there on the stage in the cold the whole time, waiting for my turn to go in the dark. But that was part of my character, man. So I was just sitting there in the dark. And in my mind, I was thinking, this is so awesome. And I was thinking, and I see my friends from my peers there, like, I'm here. So I'm thinking, and you know, so, that goes in my head. Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to act, but so that was the first time for me.
All right.
When it got real.
Okay. I mean, so you do your first play. You see you got something going. What happens? So a bit of your career now. What's happening in the career?
So career-wise for me was this is what I would like to encourage people with. Yeah. Which is real. Yeah. And people don't realize it. You get to see an actor or a star on TV and you want to be that. You want to do what he's doing or she's doing, but you don't necessarily understand the journey that they have to go through to be that. And the journey as an actor is really tough because work doesn't always come as work would come if you're on a profession as a lawyer or something that's it's a stable thing, man, you know, where you know what you're gonna get every month if you work for a firm or for a company. Yeah. So with acting, it's not like that.
It's a hustle.
It's a hustle all the time. It never stops. As long as you're part of the business, you will always have to hustle. And but that they don't teach you in varsity. You have to be a hustler in your mind. Yeah. So there's hundreds of actors that graduate every year. But how many of those 100 actors become successful in their acting careers? So that's one of the things that I knew before I left because I'm married. Yeah. Right. So for me, I have a different motivation. I need to provide for my family. I'm looking at things differently. Yeah. So coming out of varsity, my second year, I knew, okay, cool. I need to do something that's gonna generate funds. What is it? Great. So I did a play together at the Old Mill Theatre. Okay, nice. So I took 4 of my characters that I played throughout the year. Right. In plays that we did in school. Right. So it was 4 characters. Some of the characters, they were very complex. So I feel like as an audience member, I need to give a backstory of what these characters are about so that you can have a better understanding and enjoy the performance more. Because now you kind of know a little bit of background of this character. So I prepared 5 minutes for the whole introduction of that play on the night. That 5 minutes turned out to be a 15-minute of stand-up comedy performance. Okay. That was in 2011. Right. I'll never forget it because at the time I didn't know what comedies should be like. Like I didn't know what a setup, a punchline, or what a premise should be. I didn't know anything like that about comedy, what I know now. So I was like, okay, cool. People enjoyed me. Like I could be there for
there's a reaction happening.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. was like, this is awesome.
Okay.
I could do this, but then I continue with the show.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real with your audience
Yeah.
right now. And there's just something about acting in front of people and being in a character. And there's a difference between that, and there's a difference between acting, being a comedian, and there's a difference being a character on TV screen.
Yeah.
It's
Great.
completely different.
Great.
With acting on stage, you get something from the audience.
Yeah.
As a character.
Yeah.
As a comedian, you get something because you're yourself.
Yeah.
So which is something different.
Yeah.
So the feeling I got for that 15 minutes was a different feeling that I received
In character.
in character.
Correct.
Both of those feelings is the similar feeling that I got when I was dancing.
Okay.
To a
Nice.
sense.
Nice. Okay.
So it's not
Yeah.
completely different.
Mm.
It's the same
Mm.
kind of feeling. So it comes down to the same thing.
Okay. Stunning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it all works out.
So that was your first play, right?
First play
2011. And then it automatically branched out, or what you say, spin-off series into the stand-up because
Yes.
you saw, right?
So I didn't go out. I wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
It just
Comedy came to me. So I was like, cool, let's explore this a little bit more.
Yeah.
So then I had to go to Armchair in Cape Town,
Okay.
where they do, at the moment they're doing our Wednesday nights at Armchair,
Okay.
which is on 9 o'clock, comedians just go, they do 5 minutes of stand-up comedy.
Open mic.
Open mic.
Nice.
Which
Okay.
is nice, audiences come out, they
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because comedians are loose, man. They
Yeah.
kind of don't care about anything else but seeing if the material works. So that happens on a Wednesday night. I did it last week. Yeah, last week.
Okay.
Which was amazing to do after all this time.
Yeah.
Being off. So yeah, I just did this armchair thing for a while, and where I really worked on my material, which my raw stuff, and they kind of helped me channel what you.
Yeah.
That's where I learned what the premise is, what the setup, where to put the setup. I mean, where to put the punchline, and that's what I learned there as a comedian.
All right. Cool.
So that was great.
So what motivates you? What inspires you to carry on, keep going?
It's people. It's
Is it?
you. It's what you guys do.
Yeah.
It's that guy in the streets that come up to me and say like, thanks for what you do. True story. I'm not making this up. Right? For the sake of the camera.
Yeah.
I did a show at the Strauss Hall
Yeah.
in Paarl, and so I tried some new material. That was 3 years ago. I tried some new stuff, and I didn't. So the venue takes 500 people, but it was there was only 50 people who came, and I gave them free spur burgers. So it was 50 rand a ticket. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
I think 50 rand a ticket.
All right.
And 50 people came, like 54, and then after the show, like this is the thing that like really it motivates me and inspires me every day, because after the show the janitor, that's so American, the janitor,
The opzichter.
yeah, that guy,
Yeah.
he came to me and said, you know what, I've seen so many shows here before, and you know real artists have been there before, what type of artist has been there before, but he said this, ek het nog nooit so lekker gelag soos hier in my binneste uit nie. Vanaand het sy my baie lekker laat lag. And that to me is everything. So that happened, right? The night when I got home, there's a voice note on my phone, because of 2 people who came, and she brought the daughter, and on the voice note it says, in a little voice, if John can follow his dream, mommy, then I'm gonna follow mine too. So,
Perfect.
Dude, for me,
Yeah.
that's everything.
Those
Really,
messages better than the 50 people in the studio.
that game. So for me, if I had 500 people there, I don't know what it would like. But as a business, I failed. As a comedian, I failed. But as a person, as a human being, I inspired somebody, and that is enough.
Stunning. Hair raising.
So that keeps me going every time. There's tons of stories I can tell you. I have one more. One more. If you have time.
Yeah, it's your show.
So now I really want to share this because this was powerful.
Yeah.
I didn't know comedy had this type of power. Because you know as they say, laughter is the best medicine.
Totally.
I didn't know it was true until this day. I was thinking of Robertson.
Yeah.
I did a show. I was the opening act for a friend of mine who did his one-man show, but I was there, right? Opening act. I'll never forget. After my performance, a lady comes up to me. She says, "My dad has never laughed after his wife died.
Wow.
I've never seen him laugh the way he did tonight. He was depressed, and he was." There was a doctor's note to say he was depressed because obviously I asked a lot of questions afterwards and stuff, and then she said, and he came and he laughed. He really enjoyed your performance.
Nice. Man.
So thank you. That thank you to me, everything. So for me, not giving up. You asked this question, and this is my answer to you. That motivates me not to give up.
Yeah.
Although as a business, 50 people came to a show. You spend so much money. You should have been 500 people on marketing and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But nobody came.
Yeah.
You kind of want to give up. I'm doing a show now on the 4th of May.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the outcome is going to look like. Because at the moment, like I know 24 people paid tickets and they're going to come.
Okay.
I don't know even if they're going to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's keeping you busy now except for I know you're vlogging.
I am. I'm doing it with my family.
Yeah, nice.
Which I really enjoy.
Nice. Okay.
2
kids.
2 kids.
Part of the vlogging.
They're part of it. Leo is the funny one.
Cool.
Nova's just a baby.
Yeah.
Cool. And my wife is the smart one, as she is.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
Nice. And that takes a lot of your time, or what?
It does. It takes a lot of time because the problem is we're not in the same room a lot. All of us in the same room. So when we find ourselves in the same room and we have time, and then we do it because as a family you still have to run other things. You know how it is. You have 2 kids and you know. Yeah. So when we do, we make it as fun for them as we possibly can. Right. I haven't posted now, which I wanted to do in a bit, just because of that reason. Yeah. We haven't had that time to do that. Okay. So we have seen the success of the first video. Yeah. So now we kind of felt the pressure. We were like, whoa. Yeah. We didn't expect this kind of response. Yeah. So, okay. Let's not play around with it. Yeah. Let's be
serious about
it. Like give the viewers what they want, but also don't cheat them, man. Yeah. Give them something nice. Okay. Something meaty. Yeah. So now we kind of have to plan it. It was a fun thing, but I'm sorry.
But once it becomes a chore, it becomes you have to have that passion to do it. Eh?
So we don't know if it's gonna last. To be honest, like my wife and I, we're trying to figure it out. We want to make it work.
Of course, yeah.
Because we always wanted to do something together.
And it's nice, and it's raw, it's nice. It puts you in the 4 corners of the Coopers.
Lekker. The 4 corners of the Coopers. Why didn't we think of that, mate?
Okay, quickly. So John, just explain what's happening on the 4th of May, just quickly, so people can come watch.
So on the 4th of May, this is my comeback show, one of my second comebacks. The second coming of John Koopman. Right. So it's just like all the stuff. I'm calling it because I'm funny. I wanted to call it Back to My Roots. I changed the name in the middle of the marketing. I said like, no, I'm gonna call it. My first name is because I'm funny. Okay. I'm gonna explain to you why I say because I'm funny. Okay. It's because I feel like other comedians have a thing. Yeah. Like. I don't want to mention names, but there's this one specific comedian. Yeah. His mom's black and his father is Swiss and white, and now he's a comedian. So he has a story. Yeah. I don't. Right. I'm just a colored guy. Yeah. From Paarl, Derenstraat. That's me. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going with. Okay. I'm going back to my roots. Okay. So I'm talking about growing up as a boytjie from funny Paarl, funny Derenstraat. And the things I've been exposed to. So that's what the 4th of May is about.
Alright.
It's material. Some of the stuff I have done before.
Right.
Some of the stuff I haven't done. I've done it in other capacities.
Yeah.
But now I've
Yeah.
made it one thing.
Alright.
So the 4th of May is gonna be one of my biggest shows I've ever
Nice.
done.
Okay. And where do we get the tickets?
The tickets you can book on 064 64 64 221
Okay, I'll include it.
or just on my Facebook.
Alright.
Go to my Facebook, send me a message on Messenger inbox,
Yeah.
and then I'll respond.
What's the vlogging name of the channel? Where do we see the vlogging?
So also on my Facebook.
Okay.
So you can, if you go on my Facebook, go on. I think I could. I'm still busy with some more detail.
Yeah.
On this channel,
Yeah. Okay.
because we want to make it look amazing as well.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So that we're gonna take some time
Okay.
to make it look awesome.
Okay.
So but there's a separate thingy for it.
Okay.
But if you click the link, you'll see it.
Okay.
Just go on the video and click it.
Give me a joke so I can laugh before you go.
That's always a tough one. Do you have a 2 then?
No.
Because then I'll be like a jukebox. You put the 2 then in and the joke
Okay.
comes out.
Okay. If I don't have one.
Then I can't give you a joke.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
But thanks a lot for chatting to me. All the best with your show on Friday the 4th of May.
Yes. So you're gonna be there.
Yeah, we're gonna fill up old.
You can bring your
Moffitt.
kids. I don't swear.
PG.
I'm PG. I'm
Okay.
not below the belt.
Okay.
I'm above.
Yeah.
So, no, seriously, you can bring your
Yeah.
kids. Like I always say, if you don't have for anything for the babysitters or
Yeah.
babysitter for the kids,
Yeah.
then bring them with. My
Okay.
kids are gonna be there.
Okay, definitely. I'm gonna bring my kids and my wife. All 3 of them.
Yes.
Okay. Dude, thanks so much, man.
Cool,
This is
man.
really, really cool.
Well done.